The points, gentlemen, which I explained last time, that observation regarding the inverse of a matrix, when it is possible that there are three conditions for a matrix to be have an inverse, it must be square. You know, matrix may be a rectangular matrix, it may have any number of rows or any number of columns, but inverse is only possible for the square matrix where the rows and columns are equal. Second, even if it is equal, but if the matrix is a singular matrix, then its inverse will again not be possible. When do we say the matrix is singular? A matrix is said to be singular if its determinant is zero. Just remove the brackets and replace it by vertical bars. The matrix will be converted into a determinant. Determinant can be evaluated, remember, but matrix cannot be evaluated to a single numerical value. So after finding the value of the determinant, if you see the answer is coming to be 0, just say because determinant A is 0, so inverse is not possible for this matrix. And then you will apply, you can verify your answer if you are finding an A inverse, multiply it with the given matrix. Either place A inverse on the left side or right side. The answer should come to be an identity matrix of the same order. If answer is not coming to be identity, then ensure you have committed mistakes and your A inverse is not correct. And it may be given to you in the question or paper or in the assignments that verify your answer. So this is the way you verify your answer. That you multiply your matrix with the inverse you have found, multiply, answer should come to be an identity matrix. You know identity matrix is what? In which the diagonal, principal diagonal from top left corner to the right bottom. Here the elements should be 1 and the remaining every entry should be 0. That is the identity matrix. So everything has been taught, but on your part is to remember all these things. Then you studied about the inverse of a matrix by adjoint matrix method. Here you want to find an adjoint. Well, I'm going to solve one more example so that the idea should be well clear to you. So gentlemen, this is a question taken from some book. Solution of system of linear equations, and the method you are using, that is the matrix inversion method. The question is, solve the following system of linear equations by matrix inversion method. And here is your system. And the system must be written in the standard form. What is the standard format? That all the x values should be written in one column, then all the y values in the next column, all the z values in the next column, and the pure constant terms must be written shifted to the right side. If these equations are not written in this format, then shuffle the terms. If this 3 is written here as minus 3 equal to 0, so the format is not the standard. You must bring the pure constant term to the right side. These are all the pure constant terms without any variable. So after shuffling all these terms in this standard format, then you express your system in the matrix notation. And how do we write the matrix notation? Look, it is very clear, and you had been studying in the past also. There should not be any difficulty here. That you write the first column of x, that is 3, 2, and here is 1. First column is for x. Second column for y, 2, 1, and 3 is written here. Then for z, 4, 1, 5, this is your third column. Because there are three variables on the three columns. This is one matrix. Now you'll multiply it with the variables x, y, and z. These are the variables you will be writing it as a column matrix. Then equals to the matrix of the constants. The 7, 4, 3 are the constants written on the right side. Just put them in the form of a matrix. That's it. Damn simple. Then we symbolize all these matrices. The first matrix, I take it as A. The variable matrix I denoted with X, and the pure constant matrix I denoted with B. And the solution will be, most of the students write what? X is equal to B divided by A. I mean, you are dividing as usual. No, this is not a constant. These are the matrices. One matrix cannot be divided by the other. I told you last time that in the mathematics, in case of matrices, the division process is not possible. So you can't divide B with A. So what we do, we shuffle this A to the right side by writing it as A inverse B. A inverse B. This will be the solution. Call this relation number 1, because you have to come back for this relation. And x will be the same as this one, xyz, and b will be the same as 743 written here. But now your job is to find the value of A inverse. What is A? A is your this matrix. Compare करें. So first we are to find A inverse of the matrix. अब आपके पास A matrix क्या है? This is your A matrix. Write down again, no problem. A is equal to 3, 2, 1 first column, 2, 1, 3 second column, 4, 1, 5 the third column. Okay, this is your matrix A. And you observe that there are 9 values in this matrix. And for each value, you are to find adjoint matrix. Minor determinant for each element. Minor determinants. So how can we find the minor determinant? You have to find the minor determinant for the element at 1, 1 position. Okay, 3 is at 1, 1. So you write A11. And how do we evaluate its value? Equals -1 times 1 plus 1. I told you that every element carries a positional sign. Plus, minus, alternative signs are there. So the best way to find its positional sign is -1 power, and whatever you have written here as a subscript, 1 plus 1, you add it. A11 means -1 power 1 plus 1. Then you have to write a minor determinant by deleting the first row and first column. 1, 1 means first row, first column. You delete first row and the first column, you just delete from this one in your imagination. And the remaining elements are 1, 3, 1, 5 right here. So this is now a determinant of order 2. Now simplify. This will become -1 power 2. Cross multiply 5 on the 5. And I told you second element carries a negative sign. Don't forget that. So -3. 5 on the 5 and -3. Most of the students write it +3. So mistake will be done. And then we'll ask, मेरी गलती क्या हो गई है? These are not the petty simple matters. It's a big matter. 5 minus 3 is 2. and -1 square will be plus. Okay, if the power of -1 is E1, it will be plus. If the power of -1 is odd, it will remain minus. Okay, so this is plus and this value is also plus in the bracket. So finally is 2. You may not write plus here, you see, but I just intentionally told you in the first step. But in future, don't write a plus here. For a single term, if it is a with a plus sign, so you may not write. But yes, but if the value is coming somewhere after second, third term or fourth term, and if it's carrying a plus sign, you have to write. Now the next element is A12, first row and the second column, A12, -1 power 1 plus 2. A determinant by deleting the first row and the second column. First row and the second column you just delete. In the first, this column is 2, 1, and this column is 1, 5. Okay. As usual, -1 power 3, 5 to the 10, and again minus because this element, second element is carrying a minus value. So -1. 10 minus 1 is 9, and -1 power is odd, which is 3, it will be minus. Net answer will be -9. Similarly, find the minor determinant A13, -1 power 1 plus 3. Delete the first two and the third column. The remaining elements are 2, 1, 1, 3. Write down 2, 1, 1. -1 power 4, 2, 3 are 6. Second element will come with minus value, -1. 6 minus 1 is 5, and this will be plus. So plus 5 is your net value. I'm sure in the same style you will keep on doing all the values. You'll be finding every value. A 2, 1, let me tell you. Second row and the first column. -1 power 2 plus 1. Okay, just add these two. Second row is this one. This will go and the first column will go. Now be careful while writing the remaining elements. आप remaining elements निकालते वक्त गलती कर जाते हैं. Don't commit this mistake. Now in the first column will be 2, 3, and second column 4, 5. 2, 3, and 4. -1 power 3, 5 to the 10. Again minus, it's not visible, it's not seen, but you have to keep in mind that the second element will be carrying a negative value as the positional sign, so -12. So 10 minus 12 will come with -2, and minus will be outside because its power is odd. So minus times -2 becomes +2. A22, second row and the second column. Remember, but don't write in a hurry. Just concentrate. You are deleting the second row. You are deleting the second column. What are left? 3, 1 and 4, 5. 3, 1 and 4. This writing of elements, remaining elements, is very important. I'm warning you, in a hurry, if you are getting even a single value which is not correct, or even you are attaching a minus sign which is not required, then the whole scene will be wrong. You'll be getting a wrong A inverse, and surely once you are going to put it back for the solution of the system of equations, you won't be able to get the correct values for your variables. So after finding all these values, I'm sure you can, in this similar style, find the remaining values. And after that, you have to make a cofactor matrix of A. What is cofactor matrix of A? This is A11, A12, A13. I mean, 1, 1 means first row. First row, first column, first row, second column, first row, third column. Okay. These are the first three values you have calculated as a minus determinants. So substitute all the first three values here. Similarly, this is the second row. Substitute all the values of the second row here, and in the last, the values of the third row. 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. All these values we have already evaluated, put them at their proper places. This is your cofactor matrix. Okay. Your job is to get an adjoint matrix. Okay. Then next step is to get the adjoint by taking the transpose of the cofactor matrix. This is our cofactor matrix. Take its transpose and then it will become adjoint of A. Right? Adjoint of A will be obtained by taking the transpose of cofactor matrix of A. How do we take the transpose? That I have told you last time. Again telling you that convert every row into column. Convert every row into column. The first row is 2 minus 9, 5. I am writing it as a first column, 2 minus 9 and 5. My second row is 2, 11 minus 7. Make it the second column, 2, 11 minus 7. My third row is minus 2, 5 minus 1. Make it the third column, minus 2, 5 minus 1. Look at my cursor. So I am moving my cursor so that you could visualize, you believe more on the screen showing. Okay, every row has been converted into columns. So this is a transpose of cofactor matrix of A, and thus is equivalent to adjoint of A. So after getting adjoint of A, you need to find the value of determinant of A. Now the value of the determinant of A can be found by this formula. This formula was taught to you last time even. So remember, 3 A11 is the element in the first row, first column. A12 in the given matrix, in the matrix A. Okay. Small A1, A12 or A13. Let's see what were the elements in A. This is your matrix A. A11 is 3, A12 is 2, A13 is 4. 1 means all are in the first row. Small a11 ये है, small a12 ये है, small a13 and capital A11, A12 you have already calculated. ये देखिए, capital A11 is plus 2, capital A12 is minus 9, capital A13 is 5. Okay, insert all these values in the formula I have written. Okay, in this formula substitute all these values. 3 into 2 plus this value is 2 into minus 9 and A13 is 4 into 4 times 5. Simplify, this will be 6 minus 18 plus 20. From here you'll be getting only 2, 2 plus 6 is 8. The determinant of A is 8. To find A inverse, use the formula. This is the formula for A inverse. So far we had been finding adjoint of A and we have evaluated the determinant of A. Okay, insert these values here. The 1 upon A, mod A is 8, mod A means the determinant of A is 8. The remaining is adjoint of A. Adjoint of A is this one. This matrix is adjoint of A. So putting these values here, then multiply inside with 8. So ये 1 over 8 है, so the 2 will come in the numerator. 2 upon 8, again 2 upon 8, minus 2 upon 8. This will be your first row. Second row, minus 9 upon 8, 11 upon 8, and 5 upon 8. Written. For the third row, 5 upon 8, minus 7 upon 8, and minus 1 upon 8. Okay. This is your A inverse. This is not the solution because your question was not to find the value of A inverse. Your question was to solve the system of the equations. Then we have to go back to equation number 1, where I told you this will be the solution. In equation 1, this was X equal to A inverse B. Okay. The matrix X was X, Y, Z. A inverse you have just obtained right here. and B matrix was 743, you remember. Now the only job which is left is to multiply the two matrices on the right side. यानी A inverse matrix को आपने B से multiply करना है. So there is a single column in matrix B. Damn simple. You take the first row and multiply with this column. Multiply करें 7 to the 14 by 8, then 4 to the 8 by 8, then 4 to the again minus 8 by 8, minus 3 से multiply minus 6 by 8. Third element will be multiplied with the third element. Then second row again with a single column. ये क्या आ जाएगा 7 9 the 63 by 8, then 11 for the 44 by 8, then plus 15 by 8. And the last, similarly, you multiply the last. After getting, ये देखिए आपके पास last value नजर आ रही है आपको. I have not cancelled the values over here. या आप कर सकते हैं ना 2 by 2 1 by 4 लिखें, but don't write it 1 by 4. क्या होगा फिर मसला ये हो जाएगा कि बाद में फिर आपको एलसीएम लेना पड़ेगा. Let it be as it is. डिनोमिनेटर में 8 आ रहा है सबके, तो कोई बात नहीं है, एलसीएम लेना अब आसान हो गया. Once the denominator is same, न्यूमरेटर में जो वैल्यू है वैसी लिखी जाएगी. ठीक है. So do not simplify at that stage. After getting that 18 plus 4 minus 6 upon 8, this will become 16 by 8, and finally 6n by 8 is 2. Next value is minus 4 by 8, it's minus 1 by 2. The last value is plus 4 by 8, will be plus 1 by 2. The last value is plus 1 by 2. So what is x? देखिए, first term is x, here the first term is 2. X is 2, y is what? Minus 1 by 2. Z will be what? Plus 1 by 2. Right now, separately इसको लिख लीजिए. And if I ask you to verify your answer, what will you do? Yes, now tell me. Students, how can you verify your answer? Are you listening my voice or not?
सर जो आंसर आया है वो बिल्कुल टॉप में जाके एक इक्वेशन है उसमें पुट करना होगा.
शाबाश, ठीक. Okay. Whatever the system of equations are given here, put the values of x, y, and z here. Okay. All of you, please verify the answer and tell me whether the equation is satisfied or not. 3 times x, x is 2, 6 हो गया. Plus 2 times कितना आंसर minus 1 by 2 and plus 4 by z value is plus 1 by 2. चेक करके बताएं आंसर आपका वेरीफाई हो रहा है या नहीं. Yes, comma. Is the left hand side equal to the right hand side? Come on. So much time you were taking. Hello, don't you have the calculators or the calculator? nahi hai, still, it's not a very difficult task. None of you have told me the answer. Look here, look at the screen. The value of x is 2, 3 to the 6. The value of y is minus 1 by 2. 2 will be cancelled, so minus 1 will be left. So 6 minus 1. The value of z is plus 1 by 2. 4 by 2. Answer will be 2. This is 6 plus 2, 8. And this is minus 1. 8 minus 1 is how much? 7. It was not a difficult task. But right hand side is 7. The left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So answer is verified. Similarly, you can verify the second equation. And similarly, you can verify all the three equations. तीनों equations को करना अच्छा होता है, पता चलता है कि yes. Done or not? Everything you expect that teacher should do. Once you are asked to do something, why don't you do? Huh? Now I am giving you a question. Abhi karenge aap. All of you will do right now, and you will tell me the answer. This simple problem will be in front of you, so that you should come to know. But I'm going to tell you what question you have to do. An exercise I gave you once I was talking about the determinants, and there were a system of equations, and in that case you had been finding the solution by Cramer's rule. Now you do let me tell you which question. This question number 65. Gentlemen, you write down. I am dictating you. Look here. First equation is 3x1. And if term is missing, then you can write it plus 0x2. x2 is missing here. You may write it as plus 0x2 ताकि आपको पता चले वहां हमने x2 का कोफिशिएंट क्या लेना है, that is 0. Plus 5x3 equals 14. Noted? Second equation is x1 plus 4x2 minus 2x3 equals minus that. And the third equation is x1 plus x2 plus x3 equals 2. These are the three equations. Now the variables are, instead of x, y, z, the variables are x1, x2, and x3. Of course, no problem. Equations are already in the standard format. You may directly write the matrix of the system. Everybody should do it. I'll be calling your names and I'll be asking your steps. And if somebody is not replying, I will mark him absent. Once you are in the class, your reply must be heard by me. This is no way teacher is giving you a question to do and you do not do. And once he asks you, you don't reply it. This is a bad habit. Tell me, all of you have noted or not? Because I am going to leave this screen. Not finding any response from anybody. All of you have noted or
Yes,
not?
sir.
Note कर लिया?
Yes, sir.
Anybody who says कि मुझे नजर नहीं आ रहा, मेरी आंखें खराब है, मेरी लाइट चली गई. जिसे नहीं करना है उसके पास तो बहुत बहाने हैं ना, उसका इंटरनेट खराब हो जाएगा. Okay. See, I'm opening the same question we have done just now so that you could see what steps are to be taken. So, चलिए. This was the question we did. Start in this style. ठीक है? Correct. First of all, you write out down it in the matrix notation. अब equation ये नहीं है आपकी, ensure your equations are x1, x2, x3 में.